How do you introduce a new coach? Light off fireworks inside. Fireworks kicking off the celebration for the new head football coach at Kentucky. 36-year-old Will Stein taking over the program and holding his very first news conference with Ginger just a little moments ago there. And we're in Lexington covering it all for you. The new coach introduced officially 2 hours ago, at the same time reminding the crowd of the importance of Mark Stoops to the UK program, the man he's replacing. Sports director Kent Spencer is there covering it all. And Kent, have we learned yet what kind of deal Will Stein is getting from Kentucky?
Yeah, Doug, those numbers haven't been released, but if you look behind me, there are still members of the Stein family, distant relatives over here congregating. They're kind of all soaking this in, if you will, and the message from Will Stein as he took to the podium today was very simple. The vision is to win. That losers think about winners, winners think about winning. Will Stein admitted growing up that he wanted to play football here at the University of Kentucky. That never came about, so he had to go play football at the University of Louisville, and he admitted, look, there was some bad blood for about 5 to 6 years, but it was that journey as a Cardinal that it allowed him to meet certain people along the way that got him to this point right here. I asked him during his news conference if he ever envisioned growing up in Louisville that he would one day be the head coach of a place like Kentucky.
Yeah, I always wanted to be like an NFL quarterback. I thought this might be my Hall of Fame speech, something. But no, I quickly learned, especially when some guy named Teddy Bridgewater came in the game here, for me, that I think my playing days might be limited. So you only dream of this stuff. You never know if it's actually going to come true. You just try to be great where you're at, be where your feet are, work your tail off, treat people the right way, and then have a lot of really good players in your life that afford you to have this opportunity.
Now, Will Stein has had to truly hit the ground running. Today was the early signing period for National Signing Day. He arrived in town yesterday, had a meeting with the entire team that's still here. Many members of the current Kentucky football team were here. In fact, several assistant coaches showed up to hear what Will Stein had to say to the crowd that here inside Nutter Fieldhouse that attended. So a very busy time as he gets busy trying to put together a team, a staff, and oh, by the way, he is going to do the double duty and coach the Oregon offense during the college football playoff. Doug?
Well, Kent, he is young. You and I looked it up the other night, though. Rick Pitino was 36 when he took over the very troubled UK basketball program years ago. So I'm curious as to what he said about Mark Stoops. How did it go over there when you were standing there in that crowd?
I think it went over really well. I think that he has a great appreciation for Mark Stoops and the job that he did. You got to think about this program where it was 13 years ago when Mark Stoops first took over. It was in the basement, and Mark Stoops made it a respectable program. Now, obviously, the last couple years did not go how anyone around here associated with this program wanted to go, but Will Stein appreciates the job that he did and all of the facility upgrades that have been done over the years. It allows Will Stein to be successful, and that's exactly what he plans to do, win here at Kentucky.
All right, yeah.